Joining me now in our visual radio studio, Patience Williams is here from the San Juan County Partnership. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
And, of course, you work with the Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities program with the partnership.
Correct.
And so we always get to talk with you about healthy food and all the cool things that are going on with farmers markets and food hubs and things like that in the community, right?
Yes, and there's a lot going on right now in San Juan County, Farmington, all over the county. So
right,
great.
and so tell me where we are at with all these things that are happening. Of course, as the weather hopefully warms up here, maybe not this week, but maybe next week.
Right.
I know summer will get here eventually, and with that growing season and all this other education about eating healthier and making better choices.
Yes, and eating our push, and of course, we've been talking about it for the last year or so, is to eat more local.
Right.
It's better for you. Nutrients are higher, and of course, and it supports our local economy, our local farmers, growers, their families, and then it just is that big circle. So it's a fantastic way to support your local community. We do have, so just updates.
Yes.
Really quick updates. The Growers Market.
Right.
Kickoff is June 8th.
Okay.
At the Farmington Museum. And that is going to be from 8 to noon on Saturdays, and those dates run from June 8th to October 26th.
Okay.
So every Saturday from 8 to noon.
Get ready, everybody.
So, yes. And, Saturdays are busy days. There's going to be, I know last year we had music, there's activities, we have the community service tent that different community partners can join us.
Right.
Every week and share, their services, opportunities, everything like that. Then starting July 9th, it is every Tuesday from July 9th to October 22nd.
Okay, so that's twice a week.
Yes.
During the
twice a
peak
week. Yes.
season, I would say,
From
right?
July through October, you have your Tuesdays. And, Tuesdays are my favorite days. I love the crowds on Saturday, but you socialize, and if you don't get there at 8 o'clock...
On Saturdays.
Yes.
Yeah, you may be missing out.
You definitely might be missing out, but we've got, I know a lot of our growers, we had the 2 vendor trainings and huge turnouts, so we've got, I think, some great crops we're looking at this year.
Are there some new vendors this year?
I believe so.
Okay.
We had our second vendor training on Friday, and a lot of first-time vendors, so I think we're going to have a little bit more variety. We have all of our older ones that have been there every year since we started, our growers, and then we do have some new ones. So some first-time people that are just starting out and want to share their wares. So,
terrific.
Yeah.
Well,
so I have 2 different opportunities, and then
I was going to say, and before we move off of that, I was going to say we've got a lot of potential for great crops because we have so much water, so much.
Water.
I mean, I think farmers are really hopeful and with good reason to have great produce and great harvest this year.
Right.
So.
And with that, we've got our different growers markets. So this was Farmington's, and I don't have the dates for the others, but we will put them up on the NMSU website and the Growers Market, the New Mexico Growers Market our Association. So Aztec has their Growers Market. Bloomfield.
We'll have one.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Have their Growers Market, so very exciting. Kirtland and Shiprock. So
we just did a show about the Shiprock Growers Market, too.
Absolutely, with Trini and Anthony.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think there's one day a week, and I want to say it's Sunday, that there's not a Growers Market.
That's just it?
Yes.
Well,
because then we have the Thursday downtown market. So there is a Growers Market every day but one.
No excuse.
No excuse to not get out.
Right.
And there's been a bunch of talk about it's expensive. It's not. It's you're looking at the farmer across the table. You're looking in their face. You're seeing their kids running around the market, and an extra $1 for fresh produce that's going to go back into our community. It's not that much more, because I'll balk about going to the grocery store and be like, I'm not going to get that. The Growers Market, I take my debit card and I swipe it more than once. So I try to put myself on a budget.
See?
Yes, and so just FYI on that, we do have if you don't have cash, you can go to the customer desk at the Growers Market and you can swipe your debit card for Growers Market tokens.
See?
So you don't have to have cash, so you can't use that as an excuse.
You're really
And try to put yourself on a budget, but
yeah.
I go back and I swipe at least twice.
Okay.
Because I'm like, oh no, I need more.
Right.
I need more.
Well, and the other thing I like about the growers markets too is that if you are on getting assistance,
Yes.
I know Farmington does, and I think Shiprock will, the Double Up Food Bucks program, correct? At those markets.
And
I don't
Aztec.
know if Aztec as well.
Aztec as well.
And
I know that Bloomfield will be on next year.
Okay.
They're working on getting everything. There's a little bit of paperwork and red tape to go through, but it's a fantastic program.
But this allows me, if I'm on assistance and I go to the growers market and I have my
Snap card.
I can get extra.
Extra, double. So you swipe it for $10, you get $10 in market tokens, and then you get $10 in their little silver tokens.
Okay.
And those can be used for fresh fruits and vegetables. So
Nice.
and
So
also,
double what I'm
double
spending.
everything. If they have some of our growers will bring like plants, tomato plants. You can use them for those.
Okay.
Because they're going to produce.
So, I mean, if you do feel it's expensive and maybe don't have that extra dollar to spend, this is a way, if you're on assistance, this is a way that you can still go to the growers market, still get that healthier fruit and vegetable for your family and be able to pay for it.
Right. Exactly. It's a fantastic program. It's probably my favorite program.
Right.
And then you get to talk to the people that are going around and help them. I know a lot of our growers have recipes. So they'll have recipes for some of their specialty products from, I want to say Elders. Last year they had their cherries, and I got the sugar cookie cherry cobbler.
Oh.
The best.
The recipe? Right.
Yes,
Okay.
the best cobbler recipe. The crust is a sugar cookie crust.
Nice.
Seriously.
Wow.
Best recipe I've ever had in my life.
Why would you? Yeah.
So, and
Why would you eat anything else? I don't understand.
For a week, that's all we had. No, I did have maybe some salad. But,
Okay.
no, it's great. It really is. Our vendors they try to really get out with the community and provide, because a lot of people maybe don't know how to fix squash or kale or anything like that.
Sure.
So I know our information desk, the market manager, also has recipes. So if you have questions, there's people running around. Bonnie's running around. I'm usually running around. If you have any questions, you can flag one of us down and be like, how do you cook that?
Right. Or what kind of dish can I make with this item, whatever
and if we
it
don't
is.
have the recipe right there, one of us can whip it up on our phone.
Okay.
So
it's great, and it's a great season. I love it when it's growers market season because I know a lot of folks I know look forward to it, and they plan their outings around the growers market schedule. If you're going into town, stop by the growers market first, or if it's Saturday morning or Tuesday afternoon or wherever, as you've mentioned, every day of the week except Sunday, there is a growers market scheduled in San Juan County.
Absolutely.
So no excuse, everyone.
It's going to be a great year. And Saturday mornings, it's like a social outing.
I know. That's true. If you drive by the museum, which is where the growers market is, everyone, the Farmington Museum on East Main Street, it's packed, first of all, but it's also a lot of people just gathering and visiting.
Yeah, you run into everybody.
It's true.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's like walking the mall on Black Friday.
That's true. That's true. But you have time to visit with them on a Saturday.
Exactly.
So anyway, but that's very exciting. It's coming up. Again, opening day is when again? June
8th at 8 a.m.
Okay.
So we will see you
there.
That's
just a couple of weeks away.
I know.
Because here we are.
I don't even have anything. Well, I do have some stuff in the ground. I harvested a cucumber the other day.
Okay.
From Brewers.
All
I
right.
got one of their ones. They already had some on there.
Wow.
Picked my first cucumber.
Must have been from the greenhouse.
It was Brewers Greenhouse.
Yeah, because
yes.
Mother Nature's not being very
No,
cooperative.
I know. I'm like, we
season.
need to take the temperature of the ground because we're going to plant corn this weekend, and we're going to hold off another week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's very, very cold spring.
Yeah.
I can't remember a colder spring, but
me neither.
That's okay.
We
love the water. We love the moisture, so I'm not complaining.
Yep.
I really shouldn't. So that's so exciting. Growers market season is coming.
Yes.
And what else is new? We've talked about the food hub, right?
The food hub. So the local foods, local places. Last year our dream big idea was possibly years down the road getting a food hub here in the Four Corners.
Right. Sure.
To help our growers bridge that gap from farming part-time into full-time and showing people that you can farm for a living.
Right.
And
years down the road.
Years down the road,
yeah.
This was
pie in the sky,
a dream big.
cherry cobbler in the sky idea.
Right. And it's happening now.
Right.
Erin Havens came in from California. She was hired by San Juan College. She's amazing. I know she's been on the show recently to talk about it. We are having a harvest hub, food hub, and kitchen community visioning.
Right.
Just get together.
Okay.
And it is going to be Thursday, May 30th in the evening So those of us who work during the day, no excuses.
Right. You can get there.
And we're wanting people's input.
It's a week from today, everybody.
Yes.
So next Thursday, downtown at the Complete Streets headquarters in Farmington at 119 West Main.
Yes.
And you can learn more about this
Food
project,
hub.
right?
Yes, the food hub and the kitchen. The food hub we're going great, and then they're like, let's put a kitchen in it.
Yeah.
And so they're doing a feasibility, study on what we can do to get that kitchen in it pretty close to right away.
Okay.
And that'll give people the opportunity to do some value-added products where you can do, Auntie May's spaghetti recipe.
Right.
So.
Patience Williams cherry cobbler.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you can market it, right?
You can market it.
Isn't that the idea?
Yep, and it'll be a commercial grade kitchen.
Okay. So
And
folks could rent it, I suppose,
Yes.
if they wanted to really up their
Yes.
their game and create these items then to sell.
Right,
That they could sell
right.
at the farmer's market. I could sell my salsa. I could whatever.
Right,
Right.
it'll
The
be
idea.
commercial. We have our friends at the environment department. We totally approve there. So if you go do the Thursday downtown market, you sell all your wares there.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it being in your own kitchen.
Right. Which
And
is probably not allowed.
It's not allowed,
from-
no matter how clean your kitchen is.
Right.
It's just not allowed.
So this would be exciting. And the other exciting part of all this conversation is that you've got grant funds to pay for all these pie in the sky ideas that we thought we weren't going to be able to afford for a number of years, and the money came through, and now we've got to spend it. I think, and that's part of what this meeting is about too, is it not?
Right. And we do have City of Farmington partnered with NMSU and Aaron at the Food Hub to get a mobile market.
Right, I
And
heard
they
about
have
that.
the money, so they're designing a truck, and that will be up and going this year.
Okay.
Last I heard, it'll be
Okay.
up and going this year.
Well, we talked about it. We talked about the Shiprock
Yeah.
Farmers Market, that the mobile market may be part of that too.
Yes,
So
and-
that's exciting as well.
And taking, so get that mobile market so it can receive the prescription fruits and vegetable,
Right.
that they have, that they give out at IHS,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just going to be such a great program, and to bring the market to those who maybe for some disability or transportation reasons can't get to our market on Tuesdays or Saturdays or any other day.
Right.
And we'll take it to them. The different parts of the Four Corners, basically, San Juan County, that maybe need a little extra support.
Nice.
To be able to take it down there. So
That's
yeah.
all very exciting
It
stuff,
is.
right? And again, part of this bigger conversation is to get people in the mindset of being able to have all this fresh fruits and vegetables available, so that places like maybe restaurants or even maybe grocery stores eventually, or school districts or San Juan College or the hospitals, to start buying more of their food from these vendors, and then be able to scale up all the other parts of it, the supply and demand, right?
Right. And we actually had a meeting recently with 3 of our local growers and our schools, Farmington schools, and put them in contact with each other, because I know Marie Johnson with Farmington Schools with Avians is fantastic, and she is fired up about local. She knows it's better for the kids, and she just loves it, and she wants to support the community and all the local growers, and so we put her in contact, and we've also put some in contact with Bloomfield schools. So all of our school districts are very on board with buying local.
That's great.
And, there's the NM grown monies coming in from the legislature. It'll be coming in this fall.
Okay.
And right now we have applications for the Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Program. I don't know if you've heard about that. I think I've talked about it a little
I
bit
think you
in the
have,
past.
right? But the
And
idea
it's-
is what?
The school districts can apply to the state for the Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Program, and it is money that comes in. 95% of the money goes to procurement, goes to getting the products in, so only 5% goes to administration. So this all goes to these fresh fruits and vegetables for the students, and it does not take the place of their meal.
Right.
It is extra. So it can be an apple for an afternoon snacks. And I know a lot of the school districts actually go and get fruits in season that maybe the kids haven't ever tried before.
Sure.
Star fruit. I don't know. It's my favorite fruit.
Right.
And it's very difficult to find.
Looks very cool on a plate.
It looks very
when
cool,
you
and
cut
it
up.
tastes great if they're super ripe. I know the first time I tried a kumquat, not the best thing in the world, but it was interesting.
Right.
And
Sure.
a lot of these kids have never had a kiwi. And so they really go out of their way to get fruits that some of these kids have never tried, to give them that experience. and to let them taste it, a courtesy bite, because you don't know it, and the
Right.
kids have something in their mind, oh, I don't like that.
Right.
But they've never had it.
Right.
So, and they've definitely never had it fresh.
And that's the difference. So
That
that's
is the
exciting.
difference. So applications are going in now. So
Okay.
any of the school districts out there that have not applied for the Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Program, go on and get that application in.
Nice.
So
And again, all the things we're talking about helps to scale up this industry, right? Isn't
Correct.
that kind of what we're hoping to do as we talk about economic diversity and things like that? This could be a part of that conversation.
It's a big part of the conversation when we're looking at our local economy, and it's tough right now. It really is, with our oil field and the power plant and everything else. We have, I think, that fear in the back of our mind of what are we going to do?
Right.
If we can't do oil field, what can we do? And Farmington.
Right. It seems like deja vu all over again.
Right.
for lack of a better
What's
quote.
in the name? And to go back into farming, and I know it's scary for a lot of the farmers. It's like, we can't do this full time. This is a part-time, full-time job after we get off of our other, full-time job.
That's what we have right now. That's
Right.
true. A lot of
They
these.
farm all night. They harvest in the middle of the night. Friday night to Saturday morning, they're out there in the middle of the night harvesting for the growers market Saturday morning. So and they've worked all day.
Right.
So this is what they do, and if we can give them a little bit just to bridge that gap, and we're selling to hospitals and the schools and elderly homes, senior centers, daycare centers, everything like that. And
That's what they kind of need, is to know that if I plant 10 more acres, that I can sell
Right.
10 more acres of produce in the fall or late summer when the harvest comes.
right, and that's what the big thing with the food hub is. It's going to be a place to aggregate, because if they can't fill the whole contract by themselves, 5 of our small farms can. And
Right.
then next year maybe only 2 of them it'll take to fill that contract, and then down to one grower fills the hospital contract, one grower fills a school contract. So it'll be good.
That's what it's all about.
It is all about getting our kids healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables, and growing our local economy.
And again, we have a unique spot here in New Mexico, and this year especially because we have so much water available, but even in the drier years, we still have a pretty good supply of water, more than
Yeah.
any other community in New
Correct.
Mexico. I mean, 3/5 of the surface water in the entire state flows through San Juan County.
Right.
So,
We're pretty. San Juan Basin is pretty awesome.
right.
So
Yeah.
we're really fortunate, even though in times when it seems hard, and last year with the drought, but we never went to the last stage. Everyone sucked
Conserved
it up
and- yeah.
conserved and did what they needed to do, and we still had a great growers market. We still had a good community garden, so we were still able to do what was needed.
Sure.
Everyone just scaled back just a little bit.
Right.
So.
But this is what we're talking about, is
Right.
getting these other farmers on board, or maybe new entrepreneurs who maybe have some acreage or looking at maybe becoming a farmer, and knowing that there's
Right.
going to be a market for their produce and their fruits and vegetables and things like that, because of all these efforts that your organization is behind, and a lot of others too. I mean,
Right.
I know we're not doing it. You're not doing it alone.
No.
This is a real community effort.
It really is, and that segues beautifully in to the local foods, local places task force, the food task force
Right.
meeting that is coming up.
Okay.
So if you are already not involved but want to be involved in any type of talk with the local food systems here in San Juan County, we do have our local foods, local places food task force meeting coming up next Tuesday,
May 28th,
May 28th,
Right,
at the
okay.
college, at the Quality
Center for Business.
Yes, just right over here.
That's right.
And-
5101 College Boulevard, as I'm
Yes,
reading
yes,
the Facebook
the flyer
event that's
right
right there on our screen, everybody. But it will start at 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and if you're not able to be there, we totally understand. If you go to ACES at nmsu.edu
Okay.
/LFLPFMNM. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll redo that
Easy
one.
for you to say. But
Yes,
yeah.
but not really
Okay.
easy for me to say. You can subscribe to the newsletter,
Okay.
and Bonnie posts updates on that after every meeting.
Okay. And this is Bonnie Hopkins, who's with the Cooperative Extension Service,
Yes.
which is another partner
Yes,
with
big
all
partner.
these conversations, right? Of trying to get more local food and more growers and more community gardens
Yes.
and all these other topics that we talk about,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
So-
it is. So this meeting, it's a little bit of a long meeting. It's 2 hours.
Okay.
But there's a lot going on, and everyone is invited. At our last couple meetings, we had restaurant owners, restaurant managers, senior center people.
Right.
So everyone is at the table. So it doesn't just have to be growers. Anyone who is interested in the food systems at all,
Nice.
any aspect, come to the meeting, see what we have going on, and see how you can get involved. We are starting some side committees because we don't want to just have one group do everything.
Sure.
You know, as the community is empowered by having things to do. So we'll have some different side committees that are going to be forming over the next couple months
And that's
to
great.
take part in getting these done. And then we are looking, last year we had in June, we had our local foods, local places meeting, the whole workshop. And we had our partners from Washington, D.C. and around the country come in, and we had a 2-day, just hardcore down
Right.
great tours of the downtown area. And then the next day was all day in groups, really going over to make this action plan, which we already have multiple things marked off our
Right.
action plan. So
Which I think is part of the reason maybe why we've got some grant funding, and maybe these grantors know that we've done our homework
Right.
and are kind of shovel ready, for lack of a better term, that we're ready to move forward with these projects.
correct.
And by we, I mean you and your group.
You're right with us. You got to get the word out. So,
Right.
you know, the food task force is just a great way for anyone and everyone who's interested in anything to get involved. Like I said, if you can't come during the day, we will be doing quarterly evening meetings
Okay.
to reach those who don't do meetings during the day or work in a place where they can't take those 2 hours off to come to a meeting.
Okay.
And then we have the newsletters.
And if folks are sitting, listening to us, watching us, listening to us, wondering, well, how do I fit into all of this? Or how does my daycare center fit into all this? Or how does my small business fit into all this? I mean, would this meeting be an opportunity for them to come and maybe ask those questions? Or is there a different avenue for them to do that?
No, this is definitely a meeting for them to come to and ask those questions. Right now, there's another program for the Farm to School program.
Okay.
And farm to daycare centers, farm to senior centers, and they're working right now. Farmington Schools is in the pilot year,
Okay.
and actually to be able to use the reimbursable funds that the schools get for the SNAP
To buy those
Yes.
items, right? Those foods.
buy those items, and they're working in this pilot year to be able to buy local
Okay.
fruits, vegetables,
Right.
with those reimbursable funds. So, and that's huge because we have a lot of our daycare centers in Farmington and around San Juan County that receive those reimbursable funds.
Sure.
And if they can use those to buy local, that is a huge step in the right direction.
Exactly.
And so that there is a program going, and this is the first year, this is the pilot year we're going into.
Okay.
So
And once they get through this, I would assume it might pave the way for other districts then to
Yes.
follow suit, correct?
Yes.
They're kind of feeling it out and seeing how it all
Yep,
works, right?
there
With
is,
all the-
and it isn't. It's not easy, you know, when you're looking at government.
Sure. There's a form.
reimbursement.
I'm sure there's a form.
It's a small form,
Right. But yeah,
but it's worth it. It is really worth it.
sure.
So,
But once you get it done, I think it's probably it renews, and it's pretty easy
just
going
upkeep.
forward once
I believe
you're
so.
in there. And
You know,
that's
we'll
the-
talk to Marie about that
Right.
next year. We'll see, and if because she's totally on board with it. She's the one that really pushed for it. So
Good.
they're going to see how that goes.
Right. But I want everyone to know who's watching and listening to us that we're only going to hear more about this in the future. I think it's only going to
Right.
get bigger as we talk about all these projects that are in the works, the food hub, the mobile food kitchen, everything that we're talking about. These things are
I have a
really,
feeling it's going to snowball a little bit.
I think so,
You
too.
know, and it might. Sometimes we think it's going very well, and you're like, oh my goodness, is it going too fast? But it's not, because we have so much support throughout the community.
right.
And all of San Juan County, from our leaders in our offices, everything. You know, Mayor Duckett is on board, and huge support with City of Farmington and our county commissioners, everything. So we have the support. So even if we do feel that it's just kind of going a little crazy, it's all good.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
And it's good to have everyone on the same page and to get all
Right.
that support so that,
Right.
again, these funders, when we're talking about grant money and things like that, know that everybody is behind this concept and this whole idea, and it's coming to fruition. And so with the community food hub, I know there's work being done to identify a location.
Correct.
And that's ongoing, right? You haven't
It is
made any
ongoing.
decisions yet, right?
Nope,
Okay.
nothing I can talk about.
See how you are.
I know, so secrecy.
Right.
So,
But I
no,
thought that there was maybe some thoughts about maybe trying to locate it in the downtown area in Farmington.
that is
that
still the
still
plan going forward. Yes.
You can talk about that.
And it might not be on Main Street itself, but it might be just a little ways off of Main Street, but still within a block. So,
Okay.
yes, that is what we're looking at, and that is the plan moving forward. So, it is definitely downtown will be, the food hub of San Juan County.
Got it.
Is what we're looking at.
Okay.
So,
And it's more than just a warehouse. I don't know
is
if
more than a
everyone
warehouse,
has
yes.
the idea of what we talk about when we talk about food hub,
Right.
And so it can be a warehouse type facility.
Right.
Storage. And you mentioned the kitchen,
the kitchen,
and that would be part of it too.
yes.
Is that commercial kitchen that would be available for folks to be able to cook in
Yes.
and utilize, but more than that as well.
More than that, there's a bunch of different models, and Aaron has them. And I know if you go to the Harvest Food Hub at San Juan College, there's some different models
Okay.
of food hubs. Because if you just Google food hub model,
There's a bunch.
there's a few.
Okay.
There's a few. And ours is really, the model of the farmers and growers bringing it all in and then it being distributed out. And you'll be able to see, right now in the planning phase, it's like, how do we get what's available out to the public, out to the schools and the restaurants and the different institutions that are buying from it? How do we get that? And so that's right now, and I know that that's a little bit of what the visioning program is
Okay.
to go in and see, what would be good, an email blast, a phone call, a text, different things like that. What's the best way to get that information? And what we have, is it opening it up to where you can walk through like you see on TV, the fish markets and the different things where you just get to walk through? Is that something that's going to be part of it? So those are just the ideas moving forward
Got it.
on what it's going to look like.
Right.
It's
Or
not-
could it be a phase 1 and then a phase
Right.
2? We could expand it to do more of those types
I'm
of
sure
things.
it's definitely going to be done in phases.
Right.
We're not going to have it all just one miraculous, beautiful thing.
Downtown market
Right.
hub thing.
That you can
Kitchen.
Right.
Right.
It's going to be great, but it's going to grow and expand.
Sure.
As it goes on. So.
Well, and we've seen that work out very well in the past with other projects too, as
Right.
things that are successful and we expand and we move forward. So,
Right.
so that's exciting as well. And
Yeah.
I'm putting on the screen, if folks want more information about the Food Hub and this visioning meeting that we're talking about, the community visioning on Thursday, May 30th. Here's the contact information, everybody, and you can follow the Harvest Food Hub at San Juan College on Facebook, and that's where we're getting all this information
yes.
from too.
Yes.
A lot of it's shared with the community that way.
Right, and then we talk about it at the local foods, local places. So any of the different Facebook pages, local foods, local places, the NMSU, Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities,
Right.
the Harvest Food Hub. So we all have the different information, and you can find it.
That's
You
important.
can find it. It is
Right.
important.
And of course, the San Juan County Partnership, of which you represent as well this morning, is a big part of this as well.
Absolutely, and if you go on our webpage, it's beautifully redone, and Aaron, Amanda, and everyone does such a great job keeping up with it. And so we'll have all the different activities coming up. I'll be better at posting.
Okay.
I'm terrible about that. Sorry.
That's okay.
On the upcoming events, getting that out there, so you can go to the San Juan County Partnership.org
Very good.
and go
Check it
on
all
their
out.
upcoming events under Healthy Kids, and it'll all be there.
Okay. It's going to be a busy summer for you.
It's working up to be a really busy summer, which is good.
I was going to say, you wouldn't have it any other way.
No,
I don't think so.
no,
So-
I get bored.
Terrific. Patience, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you. I love being here.
Well, we love having you, and come back anytime.
Absolutely, I'll be here.
All right. That's Patience Williams, everyone, with the San Juan County Partnership. Also with the Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities program, my guest here on KSJE. Back with more in just a moment, everyone.